Hi and welcome to an Android app tutorial that shows us how to make a paddleball game. This is my first tutorial, so you will just follow along as I explain exactly what needs to be done. On this particular page is where we'll have all of my projects, and what we would need to do is that we would need to create a project that is called paddleball. So we will go to new, click on new, and within this particular window we are going to type the name of our project, which would be paddleball. No spaces between the two words, otherwise our program would not recognize the naming convention that we have used. Simply click OK, and what this will do, it will open up the design page of our particular application program, where we can begin designing our paddleball with our Android phone. Here is our design view, and as you can see, just to the top, I'm just going to change screen 1, and I'm going to call that paddleball. So we just type in, change the title of the particular screen 1, as you can see. Now what I am going to do, I am going to go across to the palette, and I'm going to add a canvas to the screen just to the top, and I'm going to change the width as well as the height of this particular canvas. We're going to click on fill parent, click OK, and then the height of it, and we're going to change this. This time we're going to use pixels, so I'm going to put in 360 pixels on my program. Click OK. Next, what we are going to do, we are going to add some other components to the screen. So this time I'm going to add a ball, because this is very important to get our program off the ground. I'm going to change the radius of this ball so that it more or less looks large on the screen, so 25. And as you can see, the ball is quite large on the screen. Next, what I'm going to do, I am going to add an image. I'm going to place this image just at the bottom of the screen there itself, and as you can see, my image sprite 1 is there. So we have two objects on the screen in our design view. So next, what I'm going to do, I am going to rename the ball. I'm just going to call it ball, and I am also going to rename the image, and of course this image here is our paddle, so we are going to call this paddle, and click OK. Okay, so we are going good so far. Next, what shall we do? Well, we need to upload a picture of the paddle. As you can see, the window comes up where we will browse our computer. I have my paddle saved in my pictures, two pictures matter of fact, my paddle. I can choose either one of them. I am going to choose the red paddle to upload. Click OK, and well, it seems as though this particular picture did not upload correctly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to upload that picture again, and let's see what happens this time. So we go and we add, click on browse, get into my pictures folder, and I'm deciding the black rectangle. I'm going to try the red again because I like the color itself. So I'm going to click that in there, add it, click OK. We seem to be having the same problem. I think what I've noticed is that it's a BMP file, and there seems to be having problems with those. The other picture, the other rectangle, seems to be a GIF, and I think this one will work for the purposes of what we wanted to do. And there it is. There is my rectangle, or my paddle, I should say, that is going to be used in our Android application to get this particular paddle game going. Now, next, what we're going to do, we're going to add a button just at the bottom there. This button is going to be our start button, so I am going to rename this particular button here start. So let me just remove, and I am going to type in start, and as you can see, when I click in the design space, it changes to start. So we have that done. We have the button. I'm also going to change that to the start button. It's a component. It's part of it's very important when it comes to our coding, so that we can recognize exactly what we are doing. So we have all of these items on the screen at this point in time, And this is just the beginning of our application on our tutorial. In the next phase of our tutorial, what we're going to be doing is that we are going to be opening our blocks editor, and in the blocks editor, this is where we are going to be adding all our code so that we can get this particular tutorial as well as the game on the way. I'm just going to click the display invisible screen. So in my next tutorial, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be opening the blocks editor, and we are going to be showing you exactly how to go about doing that. So stay tuned for my next video. Bye. And welcome again to our second tutorial that shows us how to create our paddleboard. As you can see, I am clicking. We are going to open the blocks editor, so I'm just click at the top there to open the blocks editor. So what is happening right now is that we are downloading the application to get everything started. Now usually this takes some time for it to download. Sometimes it does not download at all, and we have to go directly to the file that you saw me open just now. Sometimes we have to save that file to the system, go directly to that file, open it, and from there everything would run smoothly. But right now we have to wait while we go through that process. We're waiting for it to verify the particular file itself. So while we are waiting on that, what I can let you know is that once that blocks editor is open, there are a number of things that we have to do that more or less carries us our way. So the application is launching. We just simply click run here. Don't worry about the message at the top. And our blocks editor will be opening in a little while. This particular part takes some time as well. So like I was saying before, once our block editor is open, there are a number of steps that we have to go through first before we can actually start the coding. And once the emulator phone has been powered up or initialized, then we can move on from there and start doing our coding. Like I said before, this particular stage of actually getting the blocks editor to open, as you can see, takes a little while. So sometimes you just have to be patient and wait for things to happen. It makes no sense trying to rush everything. Okay, so our blocks editor is open now. As you can see, if you look to the left hand side of the screen in our blocks editor, you can see some of the components that we have. The built-in, we have my blocks there. You can see the screen and the paddle and the ball and the canvas. What to the built-in, see some of the things in the matter larger, some of the codes that you're going to be using, as well as in the advanced area, some codes there as well. So what we need to do right now, we need to go across to the new emulator. We're going to click on new emulator, and what this does, it brings up a window that gives us some information that tells us that we have to wait approximately 2 or 3 minutes for the emulator to become ready. So while we are waiting on that, what you can do is read the information to see exactly what's happening, because even at this point it takes some time for the Android emulator to come up. Well, here it is. This is our Android emulator, and the phone is powering up. Also, if you look to the top of the Android phone, you'll see some numbers there, 554, which is more or less built on this particular phone. We have to wait a while because it's exactly the window behind shows you what the phone, the screen on the phone look like, and it will take a while for the Android phone to be powered on. But while it's doing that, I would like to let you know that once the phone is powered on, you will need to connect to this device, and I am going to show you exactly how we are going to connect this device once it has powered on. Now, all the information that you see there in that window is very important, so you need to read it carefully so that you you don't make any mistakes as you go along building your application. And there it goes, our phone is beginning to power on. Just like our ordinary phone, it needs to take some time. As you can see, it's beginning to power on. If you look at the lock there on the left, with the green background, that tells us that the phone is locked. What we need to do is to go across there, just click on the lock and drag it across to the right, and what this will do, it would unlock the phone itself. So I am going to do that in a little while. I'm just waiting for certain items, certain icons on the phone to disappear. So now I'm going to simply drag across. The phone has unlocked, and as you can see, the screen that you're looking at looks exactly like the screen in the diagram or in the window behind us. I've already gone through the information, so I'm going to click OK because I don't need it. I'm just going to bring back up my Android phone. It is still going through the process of powering on. I think it's finished there now. Now we need to connect, and what we are connecting to is the emulator 554. As you can see, immediately at the top right hand corner, you see a yellow icon there with an arrow just blinking as it is. Now this particular arrow and phone will have to turn green to show us that that we are ready to start putting our code together so that our paddle and ball game can be seen, and to see exactly how the code works on this particular program. So we're just waiting for the yellow color to change to green, and once that happens, we are more or less on our way to developing code for this particular Android phone. And as you can see, it is initializing. If we just wait a while, and here is our start button, and as you can see, we also have our paddle as well as the ball. So what we're going to do, we are going to go to our third tutorial, the next tutorial, where we are actually going to put code. So stay tuned for my next tutorial. Bye.